Hello and welcome back to my channel. You join me in a very wet and windy UK. We are experiencing Storm Christoph, so it's a little bit wild out there today. So if you hear some banging in the background, it's just the wind and the trees. I hope you're all doing well and getting used to our third lockdown, and we are now in week 3. So I hope it's going well for you. Really just a quick update of where I'm up to, what's been happening in the last week, and maybe what's coming up in the next couple of weeks. I finally got my NHS letter just to remind me about the shielding guidance, and there isn't really anything in that I didn't know before. It also gives some organisations that you can contact if you need any help, which obviously I don't, but you know, there is help out there if you are having to shield and you are on your own. Luckily, obviously, I've got Ben, so we're managing okay. I think the most exciting thing that happened in this week is Ben has had his Pfizer COVID jab. Because he works for the NHS, they're obviously in the top priority groups. In the UK, we've been categorised into, I think it's 10 groups, starting with frontline NHS staff and care homes. And for somebody that's clinically extremely vulnerable like myself, I'm in group 4. And the government announced this week that they were going to start rolling the vaccination programme out to people in group 4, which is people over 70s, which include my mum and dad, and clinically extremely vulnerable people. Where I live, there is a higher proportion of older people, so I think it may take a little bit longer to get down to me, but hopefully in the next couple of weeks I should hear about the vaccine. And with Ben having his first jab, and if I get my jab, it just means there is a bit of light at the end of the tunnel eventually. So I've just found that I'm down to my last immunosuppressant injection. I take Humira. I've got one more now, which I'll take in a fortnight. Just spoken to the company that provides that, and they're saying it's a delay in the prescription, and the prescription has to come from the hospital, and obviously the hospitals are under extreme pressure. So I've just spoken to my rheumatology nurse, and she's going to chase that for me. And then I'll ring them back and just say, hopefully, touch wood, it should be in the pipeline, because obviously I don't want to delay in taking those. And my last injection I took, I had to delay because I'd come out in a load of cold sores, and obviously you're not meant to take it if you've got an active infection. So I think I was due to take it on the Sunday, so I delayed taking it until the Wednesday. Which unfortunately means that my joints have flared up, and I hope that we're not going into a sort of a big flare up. I hope they're just grumbling at the moment. So touch wood with that as well. Getting stuff, I think Ben's obviously going to the supermarkets. That seems okay this time. He's able to get more or less what we've got on my shopping list. I have the NHS app on my phone, so I'm able to order my prescriptions. They then go to our local supermarket. I then get an email from them to say it's ready. So it means that somebody can go and pick that up for me, and there's no sort of unnecessary journeys to find out, has it got there, has it been dispensed? So that's working really well, although there is a delay, so I'm just having to keep on top of that to make sure that I know when I'm going to run out and when I can reorder my prescriptions without having to phone and chase people, because obviously they are very busy. They don't need people going, where is this, where's that? And they definitely don't want people running out of stuff. So yeah, so that's where I'm doing, apart from my joints flaring up, which hopefully when I take my injection today, that should settle things down a bit. But yeah, week 3 doing okay. It feels very different from the last 2 lockdowns. It certainly doesn't feel like the first lockdown. I don't know whether that's because the sort of the general population don't seem as concerned this time round, and I think the less concerned they seem to be, the worse the death rate is. But obviously, as we know, 88% of those people who've died, unfortunately, are in the top 4 groups. So the sooner I can get the vaccine, the better, really. Obviously, that doesn't mean that I'm going to start going out and about and, you know, acting like we're not in the middle of a pandemic. You know, I'll still be careful, because until you get the second jab, and, you know, I could still pass it on. So yeah, I think, you know, even with the vaccine, you know, I'm still going to be very, very cautious. Still trying to eat healthily, still try to get out for a little walk when we can. We probably won't go out today because it literally is absolutely chucking it down. But yeah, week 3 is going all right, and I hope you're doing all right as well. So I will leave it there. I'm going to follow this up tomorrow with Ben's Aldi shop. But just thought, you know, there might be some meal ideas, or just to see the sort of things we eat to try and stay healthy. So yeah, so thank you for watching. If you're not already subscribed, please consider subscribing. It doesn't cost you anything, and it just means that you can keep up to date with any new content that I post. Take care. I can't even speak today. Take care of yourself and stay safe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye for now.